Welcome to the Wed Pro Podcast, the show for wedding professionals and business owners.
Each month, we bring you top industry experts, business chat, and hints and tips to grow your business.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Roxy.
Welcome to the Wed Pro Podcast.
Hi, nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
All right. So I'm Roxy, one half of the Wedding Business Hub. Those of you watching kind of know all about who we are, what we do. Katie is the other half, but unfortunately, I've got COVID, so she can't be with me today. She's going to be along in the comments, helping me out anyway. So, hi Katie, if you are watching right now. Today we're joined by our lovely friend Lisa Johnson, who is the passive income queen, and also once upon a time was a wedding planner. Is that right?
I was, yeah.
So you may have heard, seen us chatting in the group this week about her. She's been hosting a 4-day free passive income challenge, and today we're going to be chatting a little bit more about that and how actually passive income can be possible for your business. So welcome, Lisa. We're dead excited to get you in here and pick your brains all about passive income.
Pick away. It's quite nice to be talking to you guys because obviously this is how I started. Like I was in the wedding industry and I was a wedding planner for a few years, and it was only because of that I even do what I do now. Like I wouldn't have made these like multi-millions if I hadn't have started in the wedding industry, because that's what taught me so much about the basics of business and how to work with clients and all of that kind of thing. So yeah, it's great to be here.
So great to have you here. So obviously all week we have been telling everyone that you are the passive income queen. Our community is full of creative business owners who have so many incredible skills. Like we were just saying, you've come from the wedding industry. So what I was thinking was some of the businesses in here may not kind of know how to monetize the skills that they've got and how they can create passive income from that. So tell us a little bit about your story and how you've gone from wedding industry to where you are now.
Yeah, so when I was in the wedding industry, I did that thing where I made loads of mistakes in the first year because I didn't know anything about business. So I opened up like my wedding planning business, and I didn't understand the ideal client. I was just doing everything. I was just like, any wedding, I'll do it, bring them to me. And so all I was doing was competing on price all of the time. And then after the first year, we worked out that as well as my 9 to 5, I wanted to leave this 9 to 5 because I was a single parent with twins and I needed to be with them more. And I had a look and I was earning like £1.15 an hour or something like this. It was like, I'm never going to be able to leave my 9 to 5. So I started to like really work hard on understanding business, ideal client, my money mindset. I grew up in poverty, so my money mindset was all over the place, thinking that people like me don't earn money and all that kind of thing. And then I turned the business around, and it became really profitable. So then people started kind of asking me how I'd done it. How are you getting all these amazing big budget weddings? And I started teaching them. Well, I learned this, and this, and I had a sort of gift for being able to make complicated business uncomplicated and just get rid of the jargon and say, well, just do this, and this. And so people did, and they started making more money in their wedding businesses. And then other people started coming to me that weren't in wedding businesses and asking me business questions. And so it just organically grew. And then 5 years ago, I thought, well, actually, why don't I start a business actually helping people with their businesses?
Yeah.
So Lisa Johnson Strategy was born. I was still doing the weddings at the same time on the side. But if you'd have asked me what I wanted my life to look like, I would have said I wanted to travel, have freedom to be with the kids. And as a wedding planner, I'd given myself a life of working every single weekend throughout the summer. So I was never going to be able to do that. And so the more that my strategy business took off, the more I realised that actually I couldn't do the wedding business at the same time. I looked for a buyer at first, and we spoke to 5 or 6 different people that wanted to buy the wedding business. And all of them just cared about how much money it was making. And you guys know, if you're in the wedding industry, that's like secondary to your love of weddings. like your love for bride and grooms and what you do. Like, I wanted someone that really loved the industry. And so I decided in the end to do a competition and give the business away to somebody that financially otherwise wouldn't be able to start a business in the thing that they loved, which is weddings. And Carmela Weddings is still running with that person who is running it really well. So, and then I just carried on doing the strategy business. But in the first year, I did really well monetary wise. I made 220,000, but I was working 80 hours a week. And it was like, whoa, hold on. I've given up a wedding business and my 9 to 5 to work from 5 in the morning till 11 o'clock at night. Like, this is not the freedom that I was picturing. And so after the first year, I was like, there must be another way, like, to do business. And so I started looking into different passive income streams, adding in like courses, affiliate marketing, memberships, all these different things into my business. And by the end of year 2, I was working 30 hours a month instead of 80 hours a week, and I was earning over $1 million. And that's when it kind of dawned on me, what I need to be teaching people, including people in the wedding industry, is how to make more profit from the knowledge in their head, because they know so much. Like, all of my friends in the wedding industry, they know so much, not just about weddings, about how to deal with clients, about social media, about how to price, about how to get PR. Like, there's loads of things you know when you're in the wedding industry that they weren't monetizing. And so I started helping them to monetize that. So many different ways you can do this. I think about all the people that are my clients now who are in the wedding industry and the things they've done. So whether it's teaching people how to do what you do, but who can't afford you. So let's say that you are a florist. So I've had florists and they make these amazing things, but people can't afford them. Like, brides can't afford them all the time. Some brides will be able to, but some won't be able to. And so they were doing DIY courses on how you can do it for your own wedding. I've had stationers do the same thing. I've had wedding planners have memberships for brides and grooms to, in different communities, whether that's Jewish, whether it's like Asian wedding industry, all these different kinds of things about how to plan weddings and get the wedding that they really want to have. And these memberships work really well, all the way to, photography, photographers in the wedding industry teaching other photographers in the wedding industry how to get the right pose at weddings, how to get into the wedding industry. I have people that now teach wedding suppliers like Deep. You might know Deep. She's great. She has she teaches people how to get into the luxury end of the wedding industry, because that's who she was and what she does. So there's all of these different ways that you can monetize the skills that you already have. And it's about and also not even the skills in the wedding industry. There are a lot of people I have on my books now who they have their wedding industry business, but they make money from something that's a hobby.
That's actually a great point, and something that I was going to come on to a little bit later, but let's kind of explore that now. I think with the wedding industry, we are all creative, but it might be that guys out there are thinking, I'm just not sure. I'm not sure I'm an expert in anything, like what. And I know you talk a lot about being the expert, and for me personally, actually, so our stories align quite a lot because had a bridal shop and then realised that the skills that I myself and Katie had could help other people in their wedding businesses. So we kind of took a little bit of a different journey, and now we help and support wedding industry professionals instead of being in the bridal shop. And that's when we had that eureka moment of, hold on, okay, being an expert doesn't have to mean you know everything all the time, does it?
No, and actually the definition of an expert is the person that knows the most about a particular subject in an average room, not on the internet. So once you get that kind of in your mind, then you realise you are an expert. But it might not be about something to do with your business. So I've had quite a few people come to me and go, well, my business is ticking along, that's great, but actually I'd like to have a passive income stream in something completely different. And so we've looked at, well, let's have a look at what other things you like. People like Lauren, who likes the theatre. She's now made over £1 million with her theatre membership. Or, people that want to help people who have chronic illnesses because they happen to have a chronic illness. It's all about finding the thing that could be potty training twins, which is one that I know about. Like, have a think of the things you know, and how, if anyone ever says to you, can I pick your brains, for instance, can I just pick your brains? Then that means you can sell something. So if you look at someone in your industry like Andrew Benson, who is an amazing wedding planner, she still has her wedding planning business, she's still doing amazingly well there. But people were picking her brains all the time on how do you do a styled shoot, because she was getting these really good styled shoots into Brides magazine, into all these different blogs. Yeah. People used to ask all the time, especially newbies. And so she made a PDF, she made an ebook, she put it on her website, and now that makes her money all the time, because when people go, can I have a quick coffee? Just ask you about style shoot. She can go, actually, I've got an ebook on that.
Yeah.
And it's not too much money, and so people do.
That's quite similar to us. Like, since actually coming into kind of your world and your space, we have created so many passive income streams. I didn't even know, I knew it was a thing, but I didn't really know anything about it. And I don't know, it never even occurred to me that actually we can create like products. Like, we've got subscriptions, we've got ebooks, we've got online courses, all to do with the things that we know about, social media, helping and supporting wedding businesses. But I didn't actually think that there was another way to make money other than like a one-time transaction. Actually, we now make evergreen products that we can create once and relaunch over and over again. And the more you relaunch them, the easier it gets.
Yes, it really does, yeah. And let's be honest about passive income, because there is this myth that it's completely passive and you don't have to do anything and money appears. And that's just not true. Like, passive income just means not trading time for money. But the first time you create an asset that you're going to make into a passive income stream, it's hard work. You're growing an audience, you're learning how to launch, you're putting the course together or downloadables or whatever it is you're doing. The second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time, that's when it becomes passive. So you are going to put hard work in at the beginning, and I think it's really important that you know that.
Yeah, that is true. But also, if you're creating things, that you know about and love, that part of it is easy. It's just that getting all the bits together, and obviously that's where the challenge comes in, kind of, that you've been doing this week, and that me and Katie have been doing it, and lots of others in our community have also been joining in. But also, how many people have we got in there? Is it 11,000?
There's 13,500 that have registered and 10,000 in the group. So it's been a bit crazy this year.
Absolutely amazing. Well, since me and Katie both, but me personally, since we've been able to have a couple of passive income streams in my business, actually, I've got something now that I never thought that I'd be able to say. I don't mind sharing that. I've actually paid off my credit cards. It's absolutely fine to share that. And also, we are now able to actually help more people than ever before, because, like I said, we're not trading time for money. We're able to help those people that can't maybe afford our one-to-one services, and we can help them in another way.
Yeah, and I think that's really important. Like, we know at the moment where the country in the UK is going to go through an economic cash crisis. So when that happens, you need to be able to make passive income. You need to be able to have these side hustles. It's really important, because if one of your income streams drops down, and we saw this during the pandemic, like, then you're kind of at a loose end, where we don't want to be in that position. And so many people that made passive income, like I bought out my one-to-many program in during the pandemic twice, in 2020 and 2021. And that helped so many people from the wedding industry be able to pay off their mortgages, be able to do things that otherwise they would be really struggling with. And I think it's really important that we never let ourselves be in that position again.
That's exactly right. I was going to come on to this point, because we were in a similar boat. So we had networking and training events, and we were just, our events were snowballing. It couldn't have been going any better. And then the rug was pulled from under our feet, and who remembers the word pivot? Yes, pivot what we did, which we did, thankfully. But even if you in lockdown may have created a couple of passive income streams, this now would be a good time to go back to kind of tweak things. So nobody wants to be in that situation ever again, do they?
No, and we
don't know how the bills are getting paid.
Exactly, and we can see that's coming. There's this great resignation where more people than ever are coming out of work for different reasons.
Yeah.
And when that happens, everyone on here is in a brilliant position, because what a lot of people will do is go, right, well, now's the time to do the thing I always wanted to do. And being in the wedding industry is one of those things that so many people want to do every single year. And the first thing they're going to do is they're going to look to people that have already been there to teach them how to do things. That's all of you guys. So you need to be at the right position for this great resignation, which is starting to happen now, but it will get to a point in the next 3 or 4 months where everybody's going to be wanting to learn things online. And there you are.
That's very true. Also, with passive income, what I find really great about it is not only just, you know, the financial freedom, kind of takes the pressure off me so I can, like, be the best version of me, kind of, because it frees up that brain space. But I love that the reason why I went into working for myself was to spend more time with family. Like you ended up working more, which is just stupid and crazy, because that's not why we did it.
No.
Now, also, I can have a day out and know that, you know, the money's still going to be coming in. So there's
I think that's really
reasons.
important. You know, that was one of the biggest reasons for me to start doing anything in the passive income space, was because I wanted to take off all of the summer holidays. Like, travel is my passion. So I wanted to travel July, August, and half of September, and the whole of December. And now I do that, and it makes absolutely no difference to how much money I make. And that's really important to me, because we only get one life. And if we want an extraordinary life, we can decide to have one. But we need to make sure that we're following the right way to get there. Otherwise, we're constantly going to be working to live. And I never want to be in that position.
Exactly the same. So this brings us on nice to what we've been doing this week with your challenge. And when is the masterclass? Remind me of this.
On Monday evening, we do a masterclass at 8 p.m.
Great.
Yeah.
So kind of tell us what's been going on this week as well.
Yeah, so this week, what I wanted to do, and I do this every single year, is I invite for free anybody who wants to learn how to make passive income. And we have a 4-day challenge, because it's all right me telling you what to do, but if you're not going to do it, you never, if we don't implement, we don't make the money. And so with the challenge, I actually get people doing things every single day, so that by day 4, they're halfway there. They've nearly got their passive income stream. They've thought about it properly. And that's where we are now. So we've been doing that for the last 4 days. That's still open, by the way. If anyone wants to go into that challenge, it's open until Monday at midday. So you can still, and there's prizes to be won, Gucci, Tiffany, stuff like that. So it's worth going in and just seeing if it makes sense to you. And then on Monday evening, for those people that have done the challenge or have missed the challenge, I will be talking about kind of wrapping it all up and talking about how you can make passive income. What are the 5 steps that you need to do to make passive income? What's changed in the industry? And there's the masterclass link right there.
Ta-da! That's the beauty of having 2 of us.
Yeah. And it's again, I'm doing it for free. There will be some people, I obviously talk about my one-to-many program on there. Like, I'm not one of these people that springs it on people. That's why I do this, so that people can see that they can make money in my program. But not everybody will be able to afford to go into that program, and that's okay. I'd rather people got the most out of the free stuff that they can, including the masterclass, to go off and make money and do it themselves.
So this is the second time that I've done the challenge. I think it might be the 3rd time that Katie's done the challenge. You'll have to let me know in the comments, Katie. We've got a WhatsApp group going with everyone in our community that is taking part. So if anyone just don't want to join like this, that there is loads of time to get it done. You can Netflix it, can't you, really? You can go in, binge it all in one go. We can pop the link to the WhatsApp chat in the comments as well. It's been absolutely great chatting to you today, to get my hands on you and be able to pick your brains. It's been so lovely, Lisa. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me, and I will see you on Monday evening.
You will. Take care.
See you there.